I'm mum of two, and I came to see Rodger nearly 3 years ago now. At the time, I was suffering from severe vertigo. It was chronic. I'd been diagnosed with vestibular migraine, and I had seen a specialist who really just didn't know what to do with me. He wasn't sure if there were any medications out there that would help. And I knew that there was something up with my nervous system, and I had tried lots of calming activities, yoga, I'd seen hypnotherapists, I'd had various types of counselling and things like that, and CBT, but I still was plagued with horrendous vertigo. I got up in the morning and felt like I was just living on a swaying ship from dawn till dusk, and I had a 3-month-old baby, and I wanted to be a mum for my children and not feel completely unwell and unable to cope with life. And so I live locally and saw Rodger's banner outside and thought, do you know what, he says he can help with migraines, so I'll give him a ring, I'll give this a shot, I'll see if there's anything in this that can help. I was pretty desperate. I was up for trying anything to allow me to have a normal quality of life again. And so that's what led me here. I don't think I've ever told Rodger this, but I was sceptical because I had lost hope that there was ever going to be a cure for all the vertigo that I was experiencing. I thought Rodger was going to sit me down and do some work with my neck, some kind of cranial work, and I didn't think it would work, I'll be honest. I thought I might have a couple of sessions and that was it, and I'd probably have to go and try something else, maybe acupuncture or something like that. And it was the complete opposite. So my first session, we sat down in Rodger's office, Rodger's room, and Rodger just talked to me. There was no messing with my neck, my head, nothing like that. And he just tried to put me at ease straight away. And we talked about my symptoms. We talked about, I think, where I was in my life, what I'd got going on. And then we started to touch on my past and what may have happened that might have triggered these migraines. And I didn't really know where this was leading, I'll admit. I thought, where are we going with this? But I trusted the process and went with it. And we uncoupled quite a bit to do with my nervous system. We touched on previous trauma that I'd experienced, and a lot of that I didn't realise was a trauma. Gradually, over several months, we strengthened my nervous system. We touched on subjects that were difficult to talk about, but they needed to be talked about, and I didn't realise at the time. And ever so gradually, over several weeks, the vertigo eased. And it came back. It wasn't an easy journey. It wasn't a linear road to being cured, but there were setbacks, and they weren't quite so intense, or they didn't last as long. And I just went with the process. And Rodger will tell you that I was quite sceptical at times and did come in for sessions and say, this just isn't working. Why has it come back? I thought I was doing so well, but this is the human body. And I think we are always looking for a quick fix and a tablet or a quick treatment that's going to be a sticking plaster, especially in the world we live in today. And it wasn't that simple. And it did require perseverance. But my goodness, the end result, and I don't think I'm fully there, but I am so much better than I was. Rodger has changed my life. I can be a mum to my kids again. I can put myself into situations that are stressful, and it won't tip my nervous system over the edge. I've built that tolerance now in my nervous system, so I can cope with situations that just overwhelmed me before. Simple things like going to a kid's birthday party where there's a disco and the music's loud. You know, I couldn't deal with that. Being with my young children for a day, they're quite demanding. Toddlers are needy, and it was really overwhelming doing that. And now I feel like I have so much more resilience, so much more capacity in my nervous system that I don't wake up thinking, how am I going to cope with the day ahead again? I don't know how long it took, probably a few weeks, but I did start seeing progress. The vertigo eased, and then I thought, do you know what, this is working, there's been a shift. And I just kept going. And of course I had setbacks, but I think as soon as you start to see those little green shoots of progress, you realise, actually, this is a real healing treatment. This is powerful work. This is transformational. And this is something that I haven't been able to access before through traditional medical help, conventional medical help. There's no pill that has been able to do this for me. It's just been hard work, but belief. But Rodger is the kind of person that puts you at ease so quickly. He doesn't judge. He feels like he's your friend. He is a friend. He's just the nicest person to work with, and you feel like all your vulnerabilities are safe. My husband, I think I've probably put him through quite a lot when I wasn't well and when I did have vertigo. But yeah, because I feel like a normal person. I'm capable. And I think that's the biggest thing. I am just a normal, capable woman now. I can cope with day-to-day life. I wasn't able to cope with simple things. So many little things overwhelmed me, and I relied probably a lot on my husband at the time. So yeah, he's definitely noticed the impact, and I'm sure the rest of my family have as well. I've already told people to come and see him. There is nobody quite as experienced and qualified and capable as Rodger for healing conditions similar to mine, or anxiety, or problems with the nervous system. He's just brilliant. There is a magic about Rodger, and I just would wholeheartedly recommend him to anyone. I said it earlier, he's changed my life.